Hello everyone, welcome to our Tech Tuesday on using Canva to create GIFs for your Canvas dashboard, a course banner, or an email header. Now, to get us started, you're going to go on to canva.com. Now, once in canva.com, you'll need to have a free Canvas account. I'll use a lot of the tools that are available in the free account, but if you have a pro account, you'll notice some additional tools that are available to you in that account as well. Now, to get started with a Canva dashboard, we're going to click Create a Design. When you click Create a Design, you'll want to select the custom size for our design. Now, because our design has to be a custom size, we are working with a Canvas dashboard. We need to make this pretty small, so it's going to be 262 pixels by 146 pixels. You want to make sure that px is highlighted, not inches, millimeters, centimeters. You'll need pixels. Then select Create a Design. When you click Create New Design, a new window opens up. Sometimes it takes a moment to load the new page, but once it does load, you'll notice on the left side, tools, we have templates, elements, uploads. We're going to focus on that templates option. Now, because we're looking at GIFs for, say, the Canvas dashboard, for your course dashboard, the options that are given to us right now are not all the best for a Canvas dashboard. Simply because a lot of these, if you hover over them, you have more than one slide. That's telling us that these are templates for PowerPoint presentations. Now, Canva, the graphic design tool, doesn't really know about the sizing for Canvas dashboards. So to help us, we're going to search for a YouTube thumbnail. Now, the reason I'm selecting or opting for a YouTube thumbnail is that these are all thumbnails similar to a Canvas dashboard card, that you can use any one of these thumbnails to set as your dashboard card for any of your Canvas courses. Now I'm going to go ahead and select this one right here, and I'm going to personalize it for my course. My course is Create Canvas Gifs. Now I'm really going to use someone else's talents here and just edit the text by simply highlighting the text, double clicking, and then typing the information I need. And that's the exact same thing I did for all three buttons. Double click, it gives me the option to type, and I would type in the information. To remove this image, I want it to be a little bit more personalized. To remove the image, click on the image and then type delete, or click on delete on your keyboard, or you can right click and select the delete option. Now I need to personalize this a bit, so I'm going to upload a picture of myself. I have a lot of pictures here. I'm going to go with this one right here to the left side of the screen. There's a lot going on in the background, so this is probably not the best image that I want to use, but a really great tool that we have available in Canva. But remember, now this is only available in the Canva Pro version, is the background remover. So make sure your image is highlighted, click on your image, select Edit Image, and then select Background Remover. So if you have that Pro account, select the background remover, and it's going to remove as much as possible from the background. It's not going to be perfect, so if you need to make edits, select the erase button, and now you can go through and remove things that you really do not want. Okay, I'm going to speed this up. Now, I'm really going to speed this up. And I'm going to give myself a nicer hairstyle. I'm pretty happy with this. Select Done when you're ready. Okay, my image is not perfect. There's a lot going around on the edges. But we can fix that by making sure the image is highlighted, selecting Edit Image, and then scrolling down to where it says Shadows. So shadows will be below the Adjust. You'll see Filters, you'll see Smart Mockups, and then you'll see Shadows below. You want to make sure to select Shadows. And then once you've selected Shadows, it'll take a while for the image. I'm not really happy with the shadow that was added, so I'm going to personalize this a little bit more to make it more YouTube, thumbnail-like. To do this, I'm going to set the blur to 0, set the transparency to 100, and now I can change the color to white. Now my image looks a lot better. I can resize it and then move myself sort of to the edge here. And now my page looks like it was made by a professional. I have sort of a template now that I've edited, I've fixed. Now if you used any of the editing tools on images, notice right now how my image is slightly pixelated. That's okay, don't worry about the image. Sometimes it's either the internet connection or the image is kind of re-uploading or something, and it gets a little pixelated for an instant, but then it goes back. Once you have sort of a template that you're happy with, to animate it, you're going to select the Animate button. You can animate individual elements on the page, or you can animate everything at once. The easiest thing to do is to kind of select the entire page, not individual elements, and then select Animate. This way, the animations are added to all of the elements at once. Most of the time, if you hover through them, you're able to see a preview of what that animation would look like. And you can scan through all of the different animations. Now, all of these are great animations. Now, there are a couple recommended animations and a couple animations that I would probably not use for a dashboard. This one right here, the neon animation, there's a lot going on with the blinking and popping in and out. I would probably not use that for a Canvas dashboard. The image is really small and it might not be easy for students to read what's happening on that page. To draw their attention, I would probably use the combination animations, which combines multiple animations into one slide. I'm going to go ahead and select the fun animation for my slide, and to create the dashboard image, I'm going to select the share button on the right corner of the screen. Then select download. Now, because I need to make this a GIF, I need to select the file type. For file type, I need this to be a GIF. Once I've selected GIF, I'm going to select download. I'll know my image is downloading. You'll see this download option on the bottom right corner of your screen, and it's pretty big, so it's not you can't miss it. And then once it's downloaded, you'll see it on the bottom of your browser window as well. So once I finish downloading my image, I'm gonna open up Canvas in a separate browser. Once in Canvas and in the Canvas dashboard, you want to select the card corresponding to the course that you want to set this image as a background for. Once you open your course, you're going to use the course navigation menu, those are the ones in blue, and select Settings. Once in Settings, you want to click Choose Image. once you choose your image, you're going to search your downloaded files to import the image that we just downloaded. Now I can see the image I just imported here. You want to make sure that we update the course details. And we can go to the dashboard to preview the GIF in action. Now this is our Canvas dashboard that we just created. I'm going to go ahead and publish this course so you can see the dashboard without that publish button above it. And here we go. Now you can appreciate the Canvas dashboard. Let's now create an email header with a GIF image in the background. Go ahead and create a design. For an email, we have the option to select email header, and our email headers are actually 600 by 200 pixels. You can go ahead and select that option. New page will load for us, and we want to make sure we start by renaming our design. So on the top right corner of the screen, you want to select the header and then type email header with a GIF, and this is a 600 by 200 pixel. Now we can search the templates, and we can search all of the email header templates. If you scroll down, you can select any one of these templates below. I'm going to go ahead and go with this one right here. I want to use this as an email header, and I am only going to change a little bit of the content and the image to personalize this. So with a few changes, hi, I'm Anna, and I'm so glad you can join us. Now instead of having this image, I'm going to select the Uploads button, and I have previously uploaded images. If you need to upload an image, select the purple upload file, and then select the file you wish to upload. Now it'll take a while to upload the file. You'll know it's doing its job when the upload icon turns like teal blue. Once it's done, you won't see that icon anymore. To replace the image, you're going to click on your upload and drag it over. Just drag it over until you see it replace the image in that frame. You can resize it, double click the image, and drag it down to center the image wherever you want it in this background. So once you're happy with the image and you're happy with the information that's on your header, to animate this, all you'd have to do is select Animate. And once again, similar to the dashboard, you'd want to select an animation. Now notice right now as I'm scanning through, the animation is only happening to the image I uploaded. That's because I was only highlighting that image. But if I select the entire kind of Canva slide and then select Animate, the animations are now going to happen to all of the elements that are added to the slide. Now, there are a couple of elements that we were able to edit individually. There are a couple of elements where we're able to adjust the time and the speed. Many of them will give us that option, but then there's a couple that just don't have that option. The tricky part is knowing which ones give us which options. If you find an element style that you'd like, one way to kind of slow down the time between the transitions entering the slide and when they exit the slide, you can select the timer and adjust the slider. The longest this can be is 30 seconds, but you can adjust it to be, say, 10 seconds. So the GIF, if I play this, right next to the share button, now we'll see there's a play. So right next to the GIF, there's a play button. And if you play the GIF, you'll see that in those 10 seconds, the animations come in and then they exit the slide. To start your download, go to the share button at the top right corner, select the download button, and make sure to choose GIF as your file type. If you have multiple images, you want to make sure that the downloaded file you wish to download is selected. Click download and wait for your image to download onto your downloaded folder. So now that you've downloaded your email header GIF, you want to attach this to an email. Go ahead and open up your Outlook account, start a new message, and then select the attach button at the top of your message. Browse your computer, and you want to search the files in your downloaded files for the image and attach it. Once you've attached the image, you want to select the arrow down, which has more actions. Once you select that option, let me make sure you can see my screen here. Here we go. Once you select that option, you'd want to make sure to select Move Image to Body Message. What this will do is it will move that attachment in the message so that it can be viewed by your students. Now, what's unique about this is you cannot see the image message. I mean, you can't see the GIF while you're writing the message. So to test this out, you want to email this to yourself. Once you send it to yourself, you just got an email, and open up your email header GIF, and you can see the email header in my message. Now you can do a lot of great things to create, a lot of different things to create these templates. Let me show you another strategy for creating kind of the GIF feel without having all of the different animations. Now, another thing that you could do, I'm going to just add a page to this email header here. Another thing you can do is select a background that has movement in it. I'd like to go to Elements on the left side of the navigation here and type background ink. I'm going to type background ink background, and it's going to give me a lot of options. You'll notice that a lot of them are pro, but I'm going to select videos. This part is very important. When you select the videos, you can see a lot of different video backgrounds that have sort of smooth ink movements. It doesn't even have to be this background. This is just a sample of what you could do. Is select an image with a video background, drag and drop it onto your Canva, and then you can add the text in front of the image. You can create a GIF this way, and it will be very similar to the other GIFs, except that now you don't have to worry so much about all of the different movements that are attached to your GIF. Once you do select a background, you still want to add text. I'm adding a heading and a subheading. Say this is a welcome email, and this is welcome to Canva 101. I'm pretty happy with my message now. I want to resize it, so I'm going to click somewhere on the screen and then drag the mouse so that this purple outline's highlighting the fonts or the text. When it highlights the text, you'll notice that these white vertices are popping out on the edges of the screen for the font. And I can resize it by dragging those vertices out. Now if I'm not happy with the style of the font, I can make sure the font's highlighted and then go to the left side navigation and select Styles. Under Styles, we want to look at most of the options you'll see on your end will be color palettes, font sets, and combinations. Now I've been using this button for a while, so I'll see a recently used, and I've created my own color palette that I use for emails, so I'll see that above. But if you haven't been using this button quite often, or as often, you'll just see color palettes, font sets, and combinations. Now I'm not really interested in changing the color background because I'm using a background video, but I do want to look at different font sets. Click the See All option, and you can hover over and click on different font sets to see how they look on the screen. You can try a lot of different things and stick to the one that works for your video. It doesn't have to be an ink video, it can be any type of video background. When you're ready and you're happy with your GIF, you would then select the Share, Download button, and instead of MP4, you want it to say GIF. Now, below File Type, now I have 2 pages on my Canva, so I want to make sure I select page 2 only. So you can click on page 1, make sure it's not selected, and then select page 2 and click Done. And then select Download. This will download that GIF, and we're going to test it again in our email. So notice that it does take a little bit longer to download. The reason for this is a 24-second GIF. It's kind of long. We can edit the video. We can cut it out by, let me show that option again. We can cut the video by selecting the scissors option with the timestamp. And to cut it, all you'd have to do is move the mouse or move the playheads at the end points to wherever you'd want this kind of to start. If I don't want the video to start at the very beginning when there's nothing, I'd want it to start where I kind of have something in the background, maybe a 21-second GIF versus a 28-second. I mean, you can always resize. But let's go ahead and take a look at our downloaded file. I noticed that my downloaded option here is now has been removed. And let's go ahead and take a look at our email header. Now for our email header, go back to Outlook. We'll do the same thing. Attach the email. Browse your computer. Now this one's going to be my second option here in gray. You won't be able to see that on your screen, but I'm going to insert a picture. Oh. It didn't give me that option, so let's try that again. I'm gonna open the GIF. Oh, I see. Because my GIF was too long, it's giving me an option to upload as a shared drive, to attach it as a copy, or insert it as a picture. Now I selected insert a picture, and that's why we are able to see the picture within my email. So this is another great way of creating an email with a header and a GIF without having all of the different movements sort of in the front, and just having something kind of continuous and smooth and flowing in the background. You might want to check, make sure you play the entire video. Like right now, the background's a little dark with the black font. Can't quite read everything as well. So make sure when you pick a video, play it all the way through to make sure that your text is visible throughout the entire video. to test how this will look for your users, I'm going to go ahead and send this video to myself, and I'll open it up in my browser. As soon as I get it, it will take a little bit longer to load. There we go, because the file size was a little bit bigger. But once I select the image, we can see the email that I just sent myself here. Remember, it will take a little bit longer to load because now I have a video in the background versus just animations for individual elements that are on the front of the screen. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you very much for joining me on creating GIFs for your Canvas dashboard and your email headers. The same GIFs that we created for your email headers can be imported into your Canvas learning management system to serve as a course banner. That's it for today. Hope you guys have a great day. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions.